Alright guys, I'm back with my WWE Raw review for the 30th of the 6th, 2014. Raw this week was a really awesome show this week. I really enjoyed it. The returns we got were good. I enjoyed Chris Jericho's return. He got a great pop. AJ's return was good. The Miz's return, I didn't care about it too much. But yeah, I enjoyed those returns. I thought those returns were good. And also on this last episode of Raw, they set out some potential new feuds for Battleground and SummerSlam this summer. Like we're gonna have it looks like we're gonna have a Bray Wyatt and Jericho feud at Battleground, and we're probably gonna continue that feud to SummerSlam. Also, it looks like we're gonna have a Roman Reigns and Triple H feud at SummerSlam. Obviously, because of the last episode of Raw, we had a stare down between Roman Reigns and Triple H, so that was good. And also, we got AJ Lee as your new Divas champion. Obviously, we're probably going to have Ambrose versus Rollins at Battleground and probably at SummerSlam. So yeah, the card looks pretty good for SummerSlam Battleground in the next couple of weeks. Also got Battle Royal for the Intercontinental title. So Raw opens up this week with John Cena, with the Authority coming out, Triple H and Stephanie. They announced John Cena's going to be on the cover of WWE 2K15, sorry. The cover for the game, it sucks, to be honest. WWE 13 with CM Punk being on the front of the cover, it was awesome. I enjoyed that. That was a really awesome cover. The cover with The Rock on, when Rock was on the cover of WWE 2K14, that was good too, but the one with John Cena on it this year sucks. Then they say that John Cena will defend his WWE Championship against at Battlegrounds will defend the WWE title in 4 weeks against Roman Reigns, Kane, and Randy Orton in the Fatal 4-Way. So yeah, so that's the Battleground main event announced. And then John Cena says that he's going to give a rematch clause. He said he's going to give his rematch back to Daniel Bryan. Then the Authority tries to suck up to John Cena before he says anything, before he cuts his promo. And then Triple H puts him in a match for later on tonight. It's going to be Cena and Reigns versus Kane and Orton. So that's your main event for tonight. So the first match tonight was Rollins versus RVD. This was a real good match. This is a real good opener. I enjoyed it. Rollins and RVD have a real good style. I like their high flying style. It was real good. RVD hits a Hurricane Run onto Rollins on the RVD counters a buckle bomb into a Hurricane Rana, which I thought was really good. Then RVD gets hit with the then Rollins hits RVD with the Pele. Then RVD goes for the splash. Then RVD gets thrown back in the ring. Then Rollins hits the stomp for the win. After the match, Renee interviews Rollins. Then Rollins says he says that's the golden. He says he's got the Money in the Bank briefcase to cash. The Money in the Bank briefcase is a golden ticket for the WWE World Title. Then Ambrose comes on the screen and says that he's going to be watching him. He says Ambrose says that if Triple H didn't help it, if Ambrose didn't have Triple H and Kane's help, he won't be the Money in the Bank winner. He said he's going to stop. He said he's going to halt Rollins and he's going to stop him cashing in the briefcase. Then we get a segment. Rusev and Lana come out. They put down the USA. They said that the USA said that America is failing as a country. Then they put over Russian and Vladimir Putin, or whatever his name is. Then Zev and Swagger come out. Zev and Swagger come out and they get a great reaction. Jack Swagger, it kind of looks like Jack Swagger's turning face now and dealing with Rusev. So it kind of looks like a battleground. We got Rusev versus Swagger, probably in a flag match. Which I'm not a fan of those matches, but that's probably where they're going with this. But yeah, Jack Swagger gets a great We the People chant. Also, he gets a Swagger chant, which is really good. Then we get to the second match tonight. Swagger did hit a hip toss on Rusev. Then we get to the second match tonight, which is the Usos and Sheamus versus the White family. Before we get into this match, Sheamus will be defending his US title on SmackDown this Friday in an open challenge, so that could be interesting. Also, I do want to talk about that Bad News Barrett apparently injured. Like I said, I said that in my main event preview, but I want to say it again. So they're gonna have a vacant Intercontinental title. So Battleground. So the announcers announced on Raw is going to be a battle royal to determine the next Intercontinental champion. So anyway, on to this match. The Usos, one of the Usos dive on Raw, and then Sheamus comes in, he clobbers Harper's chest. Then Bray and Sheamus do a bit of wrestling for a bit. Then at the end of the match, Harper hits a discus clothesline on one of the Usos for the win. It was a good match. Then we get a segment. Tom Phillips interviews Nikki Bella. Then Stephanie says that. Then Stephanie puts Nikki Bella in a 2-on-1 handicap match against the Bocadactyls. Then Bo Dallas comes out. He tells the fans to be silent for Bandy's bet and Daniel Bryan. Then we get to the third match of the night, which is Nikki Bella versus the Bocadactyls. This was your typical Divas match. Even Naomi hits a splash for the win. Then Cameron pushes Naomi, and then they just have a stare down for a bit. So it kind of looks like Cameron's turning heel. I'm not really interested in Cameron's heel turn. I don't really like Cameron. She cannot wrestle. Her mic skills are terrible, and I don't care about her too much. Only reason they're keeping Cameron around is because of Total Divas. If she was on Total Divas, she would have got released by now. So yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Then we get to a segment. Adam Rose and Santino are having a party. They are drinking iced tea with the Rosebugs. I didn't care about that too much. Then we get to the fifth match tonight, which was Damien Sandow dressed as Vince McMahon. This was the best character that he's dressed in. Acting as Vince McMahon was total gold in my opinion. Damien Sandow made this work in my opinion. I mean, Damien Sandow sounding like Vince McMahon. Damien Sandow does put himself into the battle royal for the IC title. Then Stephanie gets pissed off. She puts him in a match with the Great Khali. It's a squash match, so technically Stephanie buries Damien Sandow. Great Khali wins with a chop. Whatever. Poor Damien Sandow. I'm tired of sticking up for Damien Sandow because every time I say that, they never push him anyway, so whatever. Then The Miz cuts a heel promo. Jericho comes out. He gets a great pop from the crowd. I was marking out. I'm a huge Jericho hog. I didn't think Jericho was going to return, but I didn't think Jericho was going to return to on this last episode of Raw. I thought it was probably going to be Brock Lesnar so they could promote the Lesnar and Cena match for SummerSlam. Like they could, start to build up then, have a slow build. But also not. It was obviously Jericho. So Jericho comes out, which was awesome. He hits a cold breaker on The Miz, and the Whites come out. They attack Chris Jericho. So it kind of looks like a battleground, got a Jericho and the White family feud, which I think is going to be awesome. Bray Wyatt is a good mic worker and a good wrestler, and Jericho is a great mic worker and a great wrestler, and he could really put over a Bray Wyatt at a SummerSlam and at a battleground. And Jericho and Bray Wyatt and Chris Jericho, they can have a real good feud going into Survivor Series. I mean, this could last a good 3 or 4 months, and you can have Chris Jericho have Bray Wyatt win at Battleground and SummerSlam, and then you have Chris Jericho win at Night of Champions and Survivor Series, which I think works out very well. So I think this feud is going to be a real good feud for Bray Wyatt. Then we get to the sixth match tonight, which was Dolph versus Fandango. Summer Rae kisses Dolph to distract Fandango. Then Dolph hits a zigzag for the win. I thought it was an alright match. So it kind of looks like Dolph is probably. It kind of looks like they're gonna have Dolph in this feud as well with Fandango, Layla, and Summer Rae. So it comes like probably at Battleground we're probably gonna have these four in a mixed tag match. Okay, I guess. The seventh match tonight, which was Stardust and Goldust versus Dry Battle. Stardust hits a reverse DDT move for the win. It was an okay match. Then we get a Paige cutting a promo. She says that some of the divas have been saying that she hasn't been fitting in. She needs to go back to NXT. Then she says that she doesn't want to go back to NXT. She says that She's doesn't want to lose the Divas title and stuff. Then AJ comes out, she challenges Paige to a Divas title match tonight. She accepts. So it's the 8th match tonight, which was for the Divas title. It was Paige versus AJ. AJ wins with Roll. For then after the match, Paige is crying and stuff. So it kind of looks like a Battleground. We're probably going to have a Paige and AJ feud, which I think is probably going to be a good feud. The Divas division really needs a feud, and they don't really have a feud right now, so it'll be interesting. And then we get to the main event of the night, which is the 9th match of the night. We have Triple H at ringside. It's Cena and Reigns versus Orton and Kane. This is an alright match. Reigns and Orton, they brought Cena tries to AA Orton, but he runs up the ramp. Then Orton and Reigns are brawling on the ramp. They run backstage and they brawl backstage. Then it's down to just Kane and Cena. Kane drags Cena outside the ring. He throws Cena into the steps. Then Cena gets hit with some steel steps, something Cena and Reigns win by DQ. Then after the match, Triple H tells Kane to finish off John Cena. So Kane tombstones John Cena in the ring. And then Triple H is calling down for Seth Rollins, like, come on Rollins, come on. So he's telling Seth Rollins to come down. Seth Rollins is about to cash in. Then Dean Ambrose comes out. Him and Rollins brawl in the crowd. Then Roman Reigns and then Kane comes out, comes back with another chair, tries to attack John Cena with the chair. Roman Reigns comes in and spears Kane. Then after that, Roman Reigns and Triple H have a stare down. Then that's how the show ended. So I thought Raw this week was a really good Raw. I enjoyed it. I thought Raw was a really good Raw. I thought Raw was an awesome Raw this week. They built up some really great feuds for SummerSlam and Battleground. Like Roman Reigns and Triple H are slowly building that match up for SummerSlam. They're slowly building up Jericho and Bray Wyatt for Battleground and also SummerSlam, which I think is really good. Also, they're building up some other feuds as well, which is good. So yeah, that is my WWE Raw review, guys, for the 30th of the 6th, 2014. What did you guys think of this show? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching, guys. Brag out.